Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Zero number 34AA clear anodized aluminum mortised astragal with a brush. So what is this? Well, the image gives it all away, really. It's a piece of weather stripping that you're going to mortise into the edge, typically of a wood door, and the pile is going to project out and seal the opening. It's a very heavy piece of material because of that incredibly generous, thick piece of solid bar aluminum. This is a pile material, polypropylene, with a fin, they call it. And that fin is fairly common. Let's just pull it out here. And in my experience, simply gives a longer lasting sort of installation to the opening. With that fin riding in there, it takes some of the constant fatigue off of the bristles themselves. Okay. Now, there is an image below this video showing the important dimensional properties of the item. But before that, these red tips just cover the screws that are there, and as you slide the pile out, you'll see how you get to the head of it. And that's captured in there with a nylon bushing. I would very much urge you to order the net lengths that you need, or very close. You can see that the distance from the edge to the first hole on either end, it's about 6 inch. So you'd easily be able to trim that. It's just aluminum, even though it's bar stock aluminum. But I wouldn't want to have to re-drill these holes. It's well done at the factory. I would want to be able to have this within distance, be able to trim it exactly, or just order it the exact length with any sort of final fitting done in the field. That would be great. Okay. So the mortise for this is a .38 wide mortise. Let's get the caliper and check that. I mean, it's 3/8, .38, 375. And indeed, this is .37, .38 is the width of this material. Okay. Now the depth is something I'd like to talk to you about, in the sense that the depth of the mortise has to be directly related to the projection of the pile and the understanding how that's all going to work. Zero is calling out a .56, or basically a 9/16 deep mortise, and that's going to allow a .3, basically 5/16 projection of the pile. That would work out just dandy. There'd be no problem with that at all. Now, one thing that you could do, and it sure wouldn't be uncommon, is you might mortise it a little bit deeper. You might first source the proper spring that you could put behind here, and then as you loosen or tighten the screw, that spring will help adjust the projection. Neat little idea that if you're concerned about the health of the installation over several years, because let's face it, a pair of wood doors, front doors of a church, they're not going to be like this all throughout their entire sort of lifespan. They're going to come together like this. They'll do, that sort of situation where the margin will be incredibly tight at the top and very wide at the bottom. You sometimes run out of options of shimming the door, moving it over, remortising it, things of that nature. Hardware wears out and opens up the margins. So sometimes if you have a depth that you can tailor, it's one way to, take this beyond what it was initially meant to be installed at. But the truth of the matter is, you can use the 34AA along with the 38AA that they show there, which is basically just the same sort of option with a blunt inserted seal, so that the two pieces make proper contact to each other. That bristle and fin, or that pile and fin, sitting over that capped off piece of aluminum on the opposite door. Now, there's a link below this video to the product brochure, and that's very handy because it will allow you to review the immediate sister products to the 34AA. Okay? They do have different models, different inserts, different styles. This is available on the website in all the common lengths, I do recommend that you order the length that you need. Get as close to it as possible. You don't want to have to re-drill one of those holes, in my opinion. So get close or spot on, and you'll be in real good shape. Now, the name Zero is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only mortised style pile weather stripping that you would use generally in a pair of wood doors, but thresholds, door sweeps, material made of aluminum like this, stainless steel, architectural bronze. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full line product catalog and review all things Zero weather stripping related. If you have any questions on the Zero 34AA clear anodized aluminum Astragal with bristle or pile insert, it's properly called a pile, or any other Zero product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.